Hey, in today's video, I'm revealing how to get on PR lists as an influencer or blogger. So if you'd like to get new products from your favorite brands sent directly to your doorstep, keep watching. So how many times have you ever seen your favorite influencers sharing new PR they received from brands in their stories, videos, and posts, and wondered to yourself how you can get on those brands' PR lists too? Weekly? Maybe daily? Listen, I get it. And so today, let's chat about how they do it so you can too. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jay, and I'm the creator of 11th Street Studio Influencer Agency. If you'd like to learn how you can join our private influencer community, click the link below this video to our website. And if you'd like to learn all about our e-courses for influencers, including how to pitch brands and price your rates as an influencer, click the link below this video to check out our members area. Okay, so before we dive into the video, do you know why brands send out PR to influencers? Because the answer might surprise you. They definitely aren't doing it for fun. Most brands send influencers and bloggers PR to boost their brand awareness. So think of it as like one extra touch point. By gifting their new products to their favorite influencers, they create a bit of a buzz and excitement among their followers. So a brand's PR list or public relations list and influencer marketing really go hand in hand. These lists are a very effective way of getting the brand's message out and spreading the word about their new products. The truth is, PR lists have slowly replaced the days of press releases where press outlets would get announcements or news from companies and then publish the announcements. PR lists offer a more authentic experience. So a brand's audience and potential consumers can really learn about the news from their peers rather than reading about it in some stuffy publication. Which means if you want to get on PR lists, you need to give the brand's PR team a really good reason to add you. So let's chat about how you can make a killer first impression. So first things first, you need to really hyper-focus on building your audience and creating really strong connections with them. Now, I just want to stress that the number of followers you have isn't the most important aspect. Instead, brands are going to be searching to see how engaged your audience is. Also, I really want to stress here that brands are going to be much more open to adding you to their PR lists if your influence clearly fits into one specific niche. So in particular, theirs. So whatever you do, you need to make it really clear what niche your expertise falls into, okay? Because one of the biggest mistakes I see influencers make is trying to cover multiple niches rather than just one. Brands want to see that your audience is hyper targeted and falls within their target market. So keep that in mind, okay? Because that's what gets results and that's the influencer they want to work with on an ongoing basis. So please make sure that you really focus on that every day. Also, you want to be really diligent about increasing your engagement every chance you get so the brands you approach will feel confident sending you PR. And after that, you want to always aim to share the highest quality content possible. So please take this seriously. If the pictures or videos you post are poorly lit or messy or blurry, chances are brands will not want to add you to their PR list. So really take the time to set up your scene, invest in good lighting, professional editing apps, and if possible, a new camera to shoot your content going forward so that you can really set yourself up for success. And listen, while I'm aware that may seem like a lot, let's be real, brands have a specific image to uphold. So if they're going to even consider adding you to their PR list, they are looking at your feed to see that you'll present their products in a really favorable way, right? So if some of your pictures aren't the best quality, or the overall look of your feed could improve, you may want to spend some time learning how to really take better photos, and perhaps also learn how to better edit your photos, not to mention invest in a camera and lighting to improve the quality of your images in order to improve your chances of getting on your favorite brand's PR list. Now, on a side note, I'll go ahead and link to a few of my favorite cameras, lenses, and lights in the description box below this video if you need suggestions. Now, just to be clear, you don't need to immediately go out and buy the newest, or best equipment to take better photos. You 100% can continue to use your smartphone if that's where you're at, because it's really important to learn how to work with the resources you have. However, if you really want to make yourself stand out, it's equally important to always aim to improve by really learning how to take better images and videos and investing in cameras and lenses and lighting and editing software that will enhance your overall profile. The truth is, it takes time to learn how to take really eye-catching photos and videos, but the effort will be worth it, especially if you want to work with brands. Okay, now another thing you want to do to get on PR lists is to focus on finding brands that are already in the habit of adding influencers to their PR list. So, as you can imagine, it's essential to really do some research before reaching out to any brand. So first, I suggest looking at other influencers that are already tagging the brands that you're interested in and really figure out what they all have in common. So, for example, do they have a specific photo style? And do they post about the brand even when they aren't posting PR samples? Also, how do they tell the brand story? And most importantly, are they getting a lot of engagement on those posts? This is all really important information to be aware of so that you can really strategize and present yourself and your profile in a similar way. Creating a similar look and feel within your profile certainly will make brands a lot more motivated to add you to their PR list. And another thing you want to do is tag all the brands in the images and videos that you post. This is a really strategic way to get a brand's attention and to show them what you're capable of. Also, you'll naturally want to interact with the brands on social media. So, for example, like their pictures or, leave comments. With that said, just be sure not to overdo it because you certainly don't want to come across as annoying, right? So at the end of the day, just strive to be really authentic and genuine whenever you're interacting with them. Okay, after you've done all of that, you can then take steps to approach their PR team and really communicate what you bring to the table and how you can help them. Now, on the other hand, you can always wait and see if a brand will approach you. But let's be honest, who really has time for that? Especially when tons of other influencers and bloggers are really reaching out to them daily. So how do you approach their PR team? Well, there are a few options, so let's chat about them. If, like most influencers, you want to be proactive, you can reach out to a brand via DM. However, I really suggest only choosing this method if you've searched everywhere else for a point of contact and just can't get anywhere. Why? Well, most brands have many different departments that are, responsible for various tasks. And typically the PR team doesn't run the brand's Instagram or other social media accounts. So again, this should really be a last resort if you're trying to make a positive first impression. Another approach would be to reach out to their general email address and ask to be directed to someone on their PR team. However, the chances of getting a reply this way can be pretty low. Now, before launching the agency as a blogger, I personally always used LinkedIn and a specific browser tool to get the name and email address for the person I was trying to reach. And I still, to this day, recommend that strategy. You can learn more about the tools I used to do that in our ebook Level Up, which I'll link to in the description below this video if you'd like to learn more. It's quite honestly the quickest and easiest way to reach the best person on the brand's team right away. So go ahead and check out the ebook if that's your goal. Okay, so once you find the right person to email, you want to pitch yourself and what you can offer them. Remember, you're trying to sell them on why you would be a good fit to send PR to. And pro tip here, if they don't reply to your first email, make sure to follow up. More often than not, brands are really bombarded with emails from influencers and quite honestly are interested in chatting with you, but sometimes they just get distracted and forget to reply. So it's very important that you are persistent. Okay, and that brings me to my next point, and that is don't stress. Connecting with brands can be a challenging process, and not every brand will be interested, but don't let this prevent you from consistently pitching yourself to other brands. It might sound cliche, but you never really know what can happen if you don't put yourself out there and try. Trust me, you will make progress, but often it just takes time and patience. So remember, there are so many brands out there looking for the right influencer to represent them, and you may be just who they're searching for, so keep up your outreach. Okay, with that said, if you don't hear back from a brand, it may be for a few reasons. So for example, you may not be contacting the right person, or your pitch just didn't catch the PR team's attention and you need to tweak it a bit. Or maybe your profile's vibe just doesn't match the brand's values and image. Or perhaps your audience doesn't fit within their target market. Or heck, maybe they just didn't have any room on their PR list for anyone else at the moment. So whatever you do, please don't take it personally, because other brands will jump at the opportunity to add you to their PR list. Now, on the other hand, in the case where the brand's response is a polite no, the best thing you can do is learn from it, right? So try to figure out what may have gone wrong and really adjust your strategy for the next time that you reach out to another brand. Okay, with all that said, if a brand responds favorably and adds you to their PR list, please remember that just because they added you doesn't mean you will automatically receive PR. Depending on the brand and their products, samples may be limited and only sent to a select few influencers. But regardless, it is a reason to celebrate, and chances are you will be receiving products frequently, and who doesn't love that? Okay, so hopefully you now understand how to get on PR lists. As you can see, getting on a brand's PR list can be quite challenging, but if you build your following, do your research, post high quality photos and videos, and reach out to their PR teams consistently, you are definitely on the right track. So make sure to keep all of that in mind. Okay, that's it for today's video. Remember to check out the ebook that I mentioned in the description box below this video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. And of course, if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.